Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. It is Tuesday morning, but sort of like a Monday morning because yesterday was a holiday. And as I promised to you in my last video, I was going to talk about how to choose the right person or the right influencer for your business. So I realized that influencer marketing is sort of a new territory, a new industry for a lot of brands and businesses, and to be honest, it is for influencers as well. So we're always learning with every assignment, with every contract, with every campaign. So I'm just taking everything that I'm learning and I'm just sharing it with you. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do, just like any business, is find the influencer that has the right target audience. And what that means is, so sometimes we get blinded, like there's a whole bunch of bloggers and influencers that we follow, and even as businesses, we're doing the same thing. So make sure that the person you're selecting is actually speaking to the people that you want to speak to. So here's an example for myself. I'm in Ottawa kind of lifestyle. I do fashion, I do beauty. And most of my target audiences is in Ottawa. So I have about 65% of my following on Instagram, for example, is local to Ottawa. So what that means is, if you want me promoting something to the States, I'm probably not the right person because the people that are following me are in Ottawa. So that's pretty simple. So what you want to do is ask to see their stats. Ask about, so if you have a pool of influencers that you want to work with, ask to see their stats. Ask to get a screenshot of their demographics, for example, on Instagram. This way you'll be able to tell what countries that they're targeting or what regions or areas their followers are from. And then you'll be able to see if that's who you want to talk to as well. It's just like when you're buying ads in a magazine. If your magazine is telling you what their distribution is, if you're wanting to advertise in the States versus in Canada, you're going to ask all those questions. So the same rules apply for Instagrammers or for influencers. So ask to see their stats, and you'll get a breakdown of their demographic and their region. So are you trying to advertise to women, I don't know, to teens, to older men? So that's how you'll be able to find out which influencer is the right one for you. That's one way. The next thing you want to think about is, are they on brand with your brand? Do you like the style of their work? Do they have the same values as you? So here's an example. If your brand is very sort of clean and motherly, and maybe you have like a little bit of religion in your brand, and then you select sort of like a party girl as an influencer, and maybe they use swear words, or that's not choosing the right person for your brand, because those followers, the followers that you're looking for, are not going to be this person's followers. So make sure that you're selecting the right person that kind of speaks the same language as your brand. And that goes, again, for any type of marketing. If you are a certain type of business, if you have like, I don't know, if you have a bar and you're trying to promote to your bar, you're probably not going to promote your stuff in a Catholic magazine, for example. That doesn't make sense, and it's the same rules apply for influencer marketing and like the whole blogger, Instagrammer sort of deal. And then the last thing is like the same aesthetic. So it not only the values, but like, what does their aesthetic look like? Does it make sense? Does it look like something you want to be associated with? And if it is, then that's the second thing. So the first thing is the target audience of your influencer. Is it the right one? And are they on brand for you? The third thing is, look at the quality and the quantity of their followers. So right now, the biggest thing is we're all really sort of focused on the quantity of followers. So 20,000, 15,000, 100,000 followers. Yeah, it's amazing, and those people get amazing deals. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's a lot of bots, there's a lot of fake followers, and you have to, as a business owner, you have to weed that out. So is that who you want to be associated with? Or is that, you can pay them all the big bucks, but is your message actually going to come across the way you want it to? Because now you're sort of just speaking to the world instead of like finding that target audience. And that's why I always stress the importance of a target audience, and especially if it's like if they're a micro influencer in that region. So check proportions of likes and followers. So if someone has like 1 million followers but like 10 likes on their photos, that's disproportionate, and there's probably something going on with the following, or the quality of their following isn't great. Check the number of comments and check the quality of their comments. So again, it could be a lot of bots that are, yes, or great photo, or, like sort of like those artificial comments. That's not real engagement, and it can kind of skew the numbers. So make sure you kind of like pick your best, 9 photos of the person that you want to work with, and just read through and see what kind of engagement they're actually generating. And then, so I kind of said everything. So check the proportion of likes and followers, check the number of comments, check the quality of comments, and again, are they real people or bots? There's also a lot of, there's programs that you can sort of plug in names, then it'll tell you if like what the quality is of the person's following, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't found one that really sort of works. I'm sure there's some that you can pay for, or I know agencies are using them, but just for you to know that exists. Fourth thing, so first of all, what is your budget as a business owner? Yes, you have to pay for this. This is a service. This is a promotional service. Just like if you were promoting something in a magazine, you would set aside a budget. Same thing. So what's your budget? And is the person that you want to work with, are they willing to work within your budget? So sometimes, I have a rate fee and for different types of services, but what I usually say, I realize that sometimes when you're working with local businesses that the budget is not the same, but I'll say, what's your budget? What can we do within your budget? Because I respect, that everyone has their own budget and everyone has their own prices. Like for example, I shop local, but I also shop a lot of the sale racks in local boutiques because I can't necessarily afford, the $300 sweater, even though I really, really want it. But maybe if it's on sale later, I can buy it. So I'm still supporting local. I'm just being more, budget friendly for myself. So very similar thing. And I promise you that if you offer a budget, hey Michelle, if you offer your influencer a budget and if you tell them the story, here's what I have, here's what I want to do, then like 9 times out of 10 they'll be willing to work with you just because you mean business and this is a real partnership. So actually, segue into number 5, the last thing is build a long-lasting relationship with your influencer. So you could do the one-off, and the one-off is great, but just like any marketing, any promotion, the more eyeballs see it on a regular basis, then that's that stamp that they constantly see it, the impact is going to be greater than if you're just doing a one-off campaign. They only see it once and then it's dead. So building brand ambassadorships, so that's sort of like a year contract where your influencer is sort of committed to working with you, to helping you promote whatever services or offers or promotions that are happening with your business. And so this way you have a whole year's worth of exposure versus just here's one little campaign, couple weeks, we'll bang it out, some eyeballs will see it and then they'll forget it after the campaign is over. So consider working with someone on a long-term basis, and I promise you the impact will be a lot better, a lot bigger. So I'm going to recap. The 5 biggest things are finding the influencer with the right target audience. Are they on brand? So do they have the same values as you? Are they the right person that'll represent your business? Do they have the right quality and quantity of followers? Number 4 is what's your budget, and can you work within, can they work within your budget? And lastly, building a long-lasting relationship. So considering a brand ambassadorship versus just a one-off promotion. So I came up with just like a few little questions to ask yourself when you're kind of shopping for the right person. Do I like this person? Do I want them to represent my brand? So this is like, it's almost like you're hiring an employee like at arm's length. Is this the person that you want to be working with? You know, are they professional? Do they respond to your emails? Just think of it as you're hiring someone for your business. So is it the right person? And you know, do you want to do this long-lasting relationship? Because it is going to be a long-lasting relationship. So there you have it. Those were my 5 tips on how to find the right influencer for your business. If you liked this video, please share it. It's the biggest compliment you can give me. Also, I'll be doing talks about influencer marketing. I am trying to position myself as sort of the influencer marketing expert in Ottawa. I do have a lot of experience doing it, sort of on both ends of the industry. And anyway, so if your conference is looking for a speaker or doing a workshop, or you want to hire me for your business, I'm here. So I can also educate the business owner, but I can also be the influencer. So if your business is the right fit, we can talk about that too. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.